Okay, YouTube, so I want your opinions and your feedback on this video. Now, this video is about a picture that I took in St. Augustine, Florida on February 14th, 2009. Let me just explain that on that date, it was not cold. It was only rainy and gloomy, and there was clouds everywhere, and I mean, it was a beautiful day, but it was around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was a Saturday. There was lots of people out doing the same thing that me and my boyfriend were doing that day. So anyways, this picture is actually at the infamous famous lighthouse that I'm sure a lot of you have seen on sci-fi through ghost hunters. Ghost hunters actually came out, TAPS, they came out and they investigated this lighthouse. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the video footage and the evidence that they caught on video. If you haven't, you can check it out on YouTube. Just type in ghost hunter / St. Augustine and you'll get it. But they did declare this lighthouse haunted. So me and the boyfriend decided that we wanted to go and check it out. So we headed over there, and let me just explain that if most of you haven't been there, it's like, imagine just a great big 2-story house on a lot of land, and in the backyard is the lighthouse. That's what it's like. So the house was actually like the headquarters. There were multiple light keepers for the lighthouse, and I think there were like over 53. I'm not gonna say for sure because I don't remember the history. I didn't really much pay attention. I was too busy taking pictures. But anyways, it's claimed that one of the lighthouse keepers actually hung himself on the back porch of the house, and there's another claim that a different lighthouse keeper actually fell to his death from the top of the lighthouse inside, like climbing the stairs. And I think there's like, I forget how many flights of stairs there are. I'm pretty sure, I think it's probably 14. Anyways, he fell to his death, and that was the end of it. Well, in this picture, I was standing on the back porch of the lighthouse keeper's headquarters, like the house, and I was walking down the steps across straight to the lighthouse entrance. And you know how digital cameras are, you could actually be probably spinning in circles, and some cameras are so good, in fact, that it'll take a still picture. It won't really be blurry or have a lot of motion in it or whatever. So in this picture, I was physically walking toward the lighthouse and directly into it. And of course, the only people that were around, quite honestly, were those 3 people standing in the picture that you can see outside by the steps. Everybody else was already inside the lighthouse, climbing up the stairs and trying to catch their breath because there's so many stairs. Well, the whole point of me taking this picture was because I wanted my viewers at home to feel like they were actually on the tour with me, walking with me, like going step by step. And I was taking picture after picture after picture almost with every step that I took. I was like a maniac going crazy. But anyways, so I took this picture and I just kept on walking straight on through. And when you walk into the lighthouse, there's only 2 very small rooms. Like you can see, there's 2 different chimneys on the outside of the lighthouse. Well, when you walk in, on your right automatically is a small door with a fireplace, and on your left is a small room with a little fireplace. And they weren't really that interesting, so we just kept on going, and you automatically start hitting the steps and you just start walking up. Well, like I said, there was nobody in the lighthouse but me and my boyfriend. We walked straight through and started walking up the steps with everybody else who was already halfway up there. So we caught a lot of orbs on separate pictures, which I'll show you after I explain this picture, and I'll just get to the point already. Okay, so when I came home and uploaded all of my pictures, I had like 300 different pictures. When I came home and looked at them all, I put them on my Mac and I started going through them one by one, zooming in and out of things that I thought looked suspicious or that I thought looked like orbs, etc. And when I got to this picture, I saw um, what looks to me like a man standing in the door, quite honestly. And I'm not sure if some of you have already caught your eye on it and have been looking closely, but I have over and over and over again. And let me just explain. Like I said, I know I'm not crazy. There was nobody in that doorway when I was walking through it because the door is so small. In fact, I'm not sure if some of you have been there, but it's so small, in fact, that you have to like move out of somebody's way to get through. It's not like a regular house door. It's just, I don't know. I didn't have to move for anybody. I just walked on through. So when I saw this picture, I was just like, what? Now, let me point out some things about the picture. Like, I know it couldn't have been somebody walking out of the door because if you look at the picture, the person is just standing there, like, with their hands down to their side. And again, like I said, like, this was an in motion picture. I was moving toward the door. So if somebody was walking out of it, they would have been moving too. And I'm not sure about you, but I don't know a lot of people who just walk straight on through, standing straight up with their hands to the side. I really don't. So to me, that kind of looked funny. And when I zoomed into the picture, there's absolutely no face. I can email you the original. This has not been modified whatsoever. I haven't tampered with it or anything. I haven't touched it. I haven't lightened it, softened it, nothing. It is not edited. And if you want to prove me wrong, that's fine. I'll email you the picture. You can zoom in yourself and find out. But there's no face and there's no feet. Another thing is, like I claimed already, it was not cold on this day. So this person to me looks like he's wearing a sweater. He's very, very tall. That door has to be like 8 foot tall probably, and he's half of that. Like, he's really, really tall. And there was one lighthouse keeper who was pretty tall, and he was one that died, I think, but I'm not too sure. I'm not gonna claim it, but like, the guy is big in the picture. I mean, and he's just standing tall and straight, and he's got, like, to me it looks like he's got a blue sweater on with like a white, like, pressed shirt underneath of it or something, because you can see like a white collar and then white cuffs and just a dark bluish blackish just sweater or something. And like I said, you can't see the feet, but you can see legs, and it's quite odd to me. So I just wanted your feedback on it, and just let me know what you guys think. Try to prove me wrong, I guess. I don't know. I'm not looking for battles or arguments or anything, but I just wanted to share with you guys. I know a lot of other people have had plenty experiences in St. Augustine. So there you have it, and that was mine. So I hope you guys enjoyed.